Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by Greg's Beer Reviews today. Got us a beer mail package from Brandon C. down in Texas. Brandon has sent me several beer mail packages from down in Texas, and they've all been pretty damn tasty. So Brandon, thanks again, my brother. I got several Brandons sending me beer mail package, but he's down in Texas, and that's why I say Brandon C. I don't use these guys' last names or anything. A lot of guys don't like for that to be publicized and stuff, and I respect that. A lot of these guys have different aliases on Facebook and the beer groups and whatever on YouTube, wherever. So I don't use anybody's last name. But since I've got two Brandons, I'm going to use the first letter of his last name, so Brandon C. down in Texas is what I call him. So let's see what he sent us this time. And I can't get hardly any Texas beers here in Virginia. Hardly any at all, if any. So, wow. Looks like this box is loaded up. So, let's grab the first one out of the box and see what we got. It is a can. This one is got a big dent in the side of it here. Looks like the monkeys at UPS. I think that's who sent this package. Yeah, it looks like UPS. It looks like they were chucking it around like they normally do. Damn, crack smoking monkeys. This is Deep Ellum IPA, and I'd say this is from Ellum Brewing, Deep Ellum Brewing Company out of Dallas, Texas. And on the bottom of this one, it's got April the 21st of 2016. I'm glad this one didn't mess up, but they have really dented this can up by chucking this box around. That's another reason why you need to package them up really, really well, guys, because if this had been a bottle, it would have probably been busted. So, cans are a little bit more durable. Not they can bust them. I've had cans that have been punctured in the box. And a lot of my brewers put boxes inside of boxes just to protect it a little bit more, because these guys just chuck this shit around like it's luggage. And let's see what else it says here. 12 fluid ounces. IPA. I don't see an ABV written on it anywhere. It says it's brewed with Pacific Northwest hops, so it ought to be pretty damn hoppy. But we'll look all that up when we review the beer. Deep Ellum. I think he sent me one from them last time too. So, now we got a bottle here, so nothing's dripping out of the bottom, so hopefully that's a good sign. Nothing's been punctured or anything dripping out of the bottom. That's not a good sign. So, let's see what number 2 out of the box is here. I'm going to have to unwrap it a little more. He's got it taped up pretty good. Alright, second one out of the bottle. Ooh. Prairie Artesian Ales. This is their Christmas bomb. And I think the email they sent me, this was a 2014 edition. It's got the writing on the bottle here, but it is so faint. I think it's got 14 on it. But I think it's a 2014 edition of this. And this is a big beer. This is an 11% alcohol by volume. And Prairie makes some really tasty stuff. Those guys, I don't see it written on here where they're out of. I'm thinking they're out in the brewed and bottled by Krebs Brewing Company, Krebs, Oklahoma. So, they do some really tasty stuff, but they are kind of pricey beers to purchase. So, this one's been cellared in the bottle for a couple of years. He's got the date marked right there on the tape. Let's see if I can. Well, he's got it marked there. Yeah, it says Colin Healy 2014. So this is a 2014 edition of this beer. So that ought to be really tasty. That it's been selling for a couple of years already. Now they probably do this near Christmas. This is called Christmas Bomb. So it might not be quite 2 years old, but sure it's going to be pretty damn tasty. It is some tasty stuff there at RT. So. Alright, next one out. Got us another can here. quite cut this one good enough. Alright, the next one out is another one from Deep Ellum. This is their IPA, so he sent me 2 of them. So he sent me one to review and one to enjoy later. Very nice. Thank you, Brandon. Do appreciate it. I'm sure this got the same date on it. 4/11/2016. That can's not quite as dented up as the first one out of there, so that first one was in the top of the box, so they probably had a 300-pound pallet sitting on top of it. So, all right, this is a big bottle, and he's got it wrapped up very well. Probably a good thing. I mean, like I said, you know, rather have overkill on the damn bubble wrap instead of underkill or roadkill. So it's just too damn expensive to purchase and then to ship on top of that for it to be busted up. All right, this is Four Swords Barrel Aged Cabernet Red Wine Barrel Beer 2015. This is a 10.5% alcohol by volume beer. It is a Belgian style quad. Not a beer to be taken lightly. I would think not, being a 10.5%er. This is a big boy's beer. And it's also from Deep Ellum Brewing out of Dallas, Texas. So, very nice. Should give us some nice grapes, since it's done in the barrels, the Cabernet red wine barrels. So we should have some grapes in there from those barrels. So makes my mouth water just thinking about it. All right, next one out of the package here. It looks like another big bottle. See where the outside of this is. I don't see it, so I'm just going to go down the side here and get into it. Alright, this one is off-label 2016 Brew Series Peanut Butter Chocolate Time. Imperial Stout, proudly brewed by No Label Brewing Company. 9.9% alcohol by volume. I don't think I've ever heard of off-label brewing. And they're out of Katy, Texas. That sounds delicious. Sounds very delicious. Now, I don't know what year version this is, but being a 9.9% Imperial Stout, it's going to keep for a while. So maybe he'll send me an email if he knows what the dating is on this particular one. So let's slide this out and put it in behind and set this big ball out there where y'all can see it. Peanut Butter Chocolate Time Imperial Stout. That sounds very tasty. Sounds like a very nice dessert beer. Alright, another can out of the box here. And this one is, this is from Firestone Walker. Now I do get a very limited selection of their beers here, guys, but a lot of the beers don't come to Virginia. They go to other states and stay in California, but a lot of them don't make it over here to this part of Virginia anyway, so I don't know if they come to the East Coast or not, or you got to be further west, Texas or Midwest or wherever to get your hands on them, or even California. But this is Firestone Walker Luponic Distortion Revolving Hop Series from Firestone Walker. It says Revolution number 001 on it. And this one says canned on May the 11th of 2016. And this should be a nice hoppy beer. It's got a big hop cone on the side, limited release, drink within 90 days. That's a good rule of thumb there, guys, for an IPA. You really want to have those kind of beers as fresh as possible, maximum of 90 days. So once after those 90 days pass, it starts getting less hoppy and more malty. So drink your IPAs and double IPAs as fresh as you can get them. Check those dates. Alright, the next one out of here. Another can. Looks like it's another Firestone Walker, even though it looks like he sent me 2 of these. He has. This is another one of those. So he sent me one to review and one to enjoy later. Same canned on date. So another Luponic Distortion beer. I'm going to set this one down on the side there, since we got one up front already. And let's see if it's the last one out of the package. I believe it is. I'll make sure, because I've been fooled before. Yep, I believe that's it. He's got a layer of styrofoam and some air bowl packaging down there with cardboard. He just set it on and packaged on top of it. Just try to protect it from those monkeys that chucking stuff around. But that's what we got from Brandon C. out of Texas this time. 2 bombers, 4 cans, and the 12 ounce here from Prairie Artesian Ales, a 2014 edition of their Christmas bomb. Very nice. Brandon, thank you again, my brother, for sending me these wonderful beers out of Texas, except for the Firestone Walker. They're out of California, but I cannot get them here, not seen them here. So let's get these things into the fridge and get them chilled so we can review them. Speaking of the fridge, hey, let's take a walk. Let's see what's in the fridge today.